you're a new face in Stormhold. As Vice Canon tasked with today's duties of audience, it is my solemn duty to warn you of the killer loose in our fine city. Be on your way, travel in pairs, etc. Did he mention the finder's fee he receives for sending you into the swamp? Of course not. Since he didn't, I'll provide you with his fee directly. Hand it to him the next time you see him, or use it for a pair of watertight boots. 3 murders, and Stormhold's about to boil over like my father's fish kettle. The Dark Elves blame the Argonians they owned before the Pact outlawed slavery. I miss the days of kicking arse. Now I'm expected to kiss them. That's not a question I've heard from a stranger. Fancy yourself a bloodhound, do you? I'd never doubt Stormhold's guards in a siege, but we've seen no progress with these murders. We'll gladly pay a bounty if you find the killer. Here's a list of the victims' families. Find out what they know about their murdered kin. I'm almost glad the guard never got around to it. As my son says, mammoths can't dance. You'll likely find Dendris Indolor at home. Gethys Omabar works at the smithy. As for Tyrell Alor, try the Mages Guild. Hold your nose when talking to that one. A while back, Argonians in Stormhold were slaves to the local Dark Elves. The 2 other Vice Canons work to mend the bad blood, but it's slow to get anything done when nobody trusts the guard. Recently, some Argonians went missing. We heard a nasty rumor about Dark Elf slavers in the city. False, of course. Then the bodies showed up. All Dark Elves. The new rumor says Shadowscales are targeting Dunmer. Nearly started a riot. They're a pain in the fundament. An armed group of Argonians lurking in the swamps, killing enemies of their people. If you want to twist the Dark Elf's ears anymore, you may as well burn an effigy of Almalexia.
I see the messenger found you, comrade. We've discovered much since our adventure in Mizenelt. The events of the past continue to stalk us. The visions, my friend. The Ayleids fled from the forces of Molag Bal and hid away the remains of a powerful relic. Merrick has taken the crystal and the tome to an ancient forge. There, he's begun the work of crafting the weapon anew. In time, comrade. First, you and I must travel afield, to the ruined city Abagarlis. It was there the Ayleids went, to stop the Mortum Vivicus. Together we will understand the threat to the present in the events of the past. Comrade, you were the first person I thought of when it came time to explore a musty ruin. That is meant as a compliment. Of course, you have much to concern yourself with. When last we spoke, we had explored the dwarven ruin of Mizenelt. We found an ancient crystalline tome, left behind by a squad of Ayleid soldiers fleeing undead abominations. You have my apologies, comrade. When I heard the ancients speaking of the Mortum Vivicus, I knew the past might contain more clues to solve our present crisis. I wanted to begin my research immediately. We call it the Earthforge. Merrick found it on a contract a few years ago. The maintenance constructs had long since shut down. The ruin contains the most unique blacksmithing setup. Even the basest of metals sing in its embrace. In Mizenelt, we saw visions of ancient soldiers, survivors of a strategic attack on the Welcome to the ruins of Abagarlis, comrade. Ancient home to a foul den of necromancers and Molag Bal worshippers. We are here to relive the past. In Mizenelt, we saw a squad of soldiers on the run for their lives. Here, at Abagarlis, that same group was calm and in control. Together we can see what they saw, and discover what they knew about the Mortum Vivicus. After Mizenelt, I researched a way to take control of the visions we saw. Osterand was the ancient soldier charged with bearing the prismatic weapon into battle. It is through his eyes you will see. And, in turn, I will see through your eyes. The ancients stood against the Vivicus and survived. Now, Molag Bal makes ready to unleash the same relic against Tamriel again. It is my hope the courage of the long dead will save the living of today. Hold still just a moment, comrade.
It's
up to you, Masterhand. You bear the prismatic weapon, and the hopes of everyone in Delodil. Lenath and Kurano will hold the door from this side. Valasha and I from the other. May the sunburst guide your sword arm, my friend.
I hope you're watching.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armatures.
My son, you must ensure I am not disturbed. Maintaining the final phase of the Mortoon Vivitus requires all of my concentration.
Getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. Problem, Sarah?
The mace of the master! You cannot stop the Mortoon Vivicus. Oh no! Master, please! Spare me!
That was Prince Malyan, scion of evil King Anumarim. He must have been left behind to defend the Vivitus. Get back, you bastard!
Roll! Roll if you can!
By the light, that must be the Mortoon Vivicus.
No! My sacred charge! Your life for the Master! Destroy! My death means nothing. The Master will still destroy. Wait! What? No, my lord! I served you faithfully!
I remove the Vivicus to Cold Harbor. This doom will come again to Tamriel.
Comrade, over here! This is terrible, my friend. Osterond was on the verge of destroying the Vivicus, and nothing. The rapids have grown swift, and we did not even notice. Let me explain. Do you remember the notes you took from Dosha's lair? The ones that spoke of the Vivicus? I had assumed that this relic she spoke of was a legend. Even when I heard the words of Osterond, Indera, and their companions, I thought this was a threat from a time long forgotten. But, comrade, we just saw it. The Vivicus was never destroyed. You saved Merrick from a worm cult plot to harvest souls, remember? Those souls are fuel for the Vivicus. The intact Mortum Vivicus that Molag Bal has kept hidden all this time, safely tucked away in Cold Harbor. You must go to the Forge. Help Merrick Adeswala restore the prismatic weapon to its full potential. I will do what I can to find where he has hidden the Vivicus. Comrade, I put my faith in you. You must tell the others. Warn them. Can I count on you? I would entrust this task to no one else, comrade. You go with the weight of the Guild on your shoulders. Just so, my friend. I believe it to be some kind of relic. A massive spell capable of holding and harnessing the souls of thousands upon thousands of dead. If it had been released, if it is released, the world as we know it will end. You saw through the eyes of Osterond, one of the valiant ancients that fought and died in Mazenalt to safeguard our future. According to what we saw, it was he who slew Queen Palolel and stopped the use of the Mortum Vivicus.
How was your research trip with the Guildmaster, comrade? Truly, what happened? Were the ruins infested with undead? Stendar's wrath would have served you in good stead. Comrade, did you say try? The Vivicus is not some long-destroyed legend? Then, when Dosha took me prisoner, she was to harvest my soul for this abomination? By all the eight! We should be moving. Aleph will await us here. Keep watch for any unfriendly faces. Come, follow me, and try to keep up. I helped to find this place years ago, Stendar's will. Comrade, this news is disquieting. I'm glad you're here with us. I've made preparations to work the prismatic crystal, to reforge the weapon from the time of the ancients. In truth, I thought this weapon would just be a powerful symbol. It seems we have great need of this important relic. Welcome to the Earth Forge. Quite a sight, is it not? Comrade, we must restore this weapon of old. Make ready for any new plots by the Prince of Lies. I feel the strength of Stendar flowing through my arms. Are you prepared? I shall work the anvil. Form the core. You will keep the fire at the proper temperature. Many and many times must the fire be stoked to keep an even flame and flow. Use the bellows here to stoke the flame just a bit. Use the valve to my other side to stoke it yet more. And for a truly fearsome blaze, pour fire salt on the coals. The lever just next to the valve releases pressure from the forge. But do not worry. I'm certain you'll do fine. Are you ready to begin? This equipment is very old and very delicate. Stendar willing, we must try to get it right the first time. Here are the fire salts. Let's begin. Build me a small fire first, and I shall tell you when you are close. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there yet. Ease up now. The fire is very close. What have you done? The pressure has grown too great. Now we have to start over. Give us some more, but not too much. We are not quite there yet. Ease up now. The fire is very close.
I'm glad Shalador found you. I need your help. Sheagorath! He's made this process insufferable. I translated the last book you retrieved, but it doesn't make any sense. I can't find anything that might lead us to the next trial. I must be missing something. By all means, Circus of Cheerful Slaughter is just there on the desk. But be careful, the treachery of the Mad God knows no bounds. Good luck, my friend. This time, it's almost as though the runes themselves were mocking me. I translated the text relatively quickly. You can see when you read it, the words themselves just make no sense. If you told me years ago that I'd do spell work with Shalador, I'd have called you a liar. I'm happy to do the work. It's the chance of a lifetime, but I can't help but feel I'm in over my head.
Welcome to the Circus of Cheerful Slaughter. Step right up, my mortal friend. The show is about to begin, and you're the star. You're going to perform a play. My play, actually. Wrote it myself. I call it The Folly of Isolation. It's a tragedy and a comedy. They're both at once. A tromedy. You want the next tome, right? Well, I need entertainment. I can only light Prince Malil here on fire so many times before it gets boring. You understand? Before we get to your motivation, we need to set the scene. The scene. Tamriel. The three alliances are at war, and the wee little mages guild wants none of it. They want to stand alone. Jolly good, you're paying attention. Now, this is a play in 3 acts. In each act, you'll isolate the guild from those bloodthirsty, political, warmongering sons of silkworms. By killing them. Oh, everyone. Right up to the high muckety-mucks themselves. Just remember, you wait for your cues. You kill nobody unless it's in the script. Now, let's get going. I can't wait to see it performed. Here, Malil will even light the way for you.
My soul's on fire!
You daft fool. Ha! Guess it still hasn't gotten old. I meet you up ahead at the bustling Pact down on Ebonheart. Shall we raise the curtain? begin the first act? Our opening act features the Ebonheart Pact. Ha! That rhymes, doesn't it? I'm a poet, and until now, I didn't realize it. Don't be presumptuous, mortal, or I'll banish you to the Isle of Lusty Bards! Like I was saying, as the curtain rises, our Ebonheart friends are at peace. Allies. Historically, though, they've been at each other's throats. Slavery, border raids, and infighting have them primed for chaos. They just need a little push. I've written myself a part, a small but pivotal role, if you'll excuse me. Hey! You hate each other, remember?
Oh yeah. Get him.
Go! Join the fracas! This is your cue!
Split up!
Scatter.
Torch it!
Burn it! Burn out!
Splendid, splendid. But wait, do I hear someone approaching?
Why do you fight, you milk-drinking dog?
Oh, it's simple, my king. The Mages Guild caused this infighting. It's all their fault.
The Mages Guild? This mewling puppy? You want trouble? Here is trouble for the Pact!
Step on, the show must go on.
This isn't my land. I need to find my way home. He told me I could go home. I only have to find the way.
You'll never make a living reading
Hello?
all day.
Are
You
you
need to
lost
earn
too?
some coin, Thalast.
Even mages take their noses out of their books once in a while. You just can't stand to be around people. Pathetic.
You have a rare mind, Fast. Not once in a century is a Mer with your talent born. We have accepted your application to join our august and storied Mages Guild.
This is the proudest day of my life, Guildmaster. Thank you. Damn the mad god! Why can't I make sense of this text? I'm such an idiot.
We now pause for a brief intermission. Would you like some cheese? No time for witty banter, eh? Fine, fine. This act features the Aldmeri Dominion. Cats and elves. I never had a taste for either, honestly. Too much fur and fancy. Let's play it by ear. The scene. Queen Irene is addressing some of your peers. As a master thespian, you should respond to her heartfelt pronouncements as you see fit. And action!
The Mages Guild cannot turn on the Dominion so easily. You are a part of this world, like it or not.
My queen, you don't understand. The Guild does not belong to any alliance. We merely wish to study in peace and solitude.
Hey, quiet down front. I am trying to watch the Queen's speech.
Either you're with the Dominion or you're against us. You want to be removed from this world? Fine, I'll do it for you. Here, let me show you the path to exile. You can't ignore the world around you.
Hey, Queenie! You missed a mage! This one is a member of the guild too!
Ah, good catch, Jester. Soldiers, give this mage the gift of exile.
You leave. Light it up!
Such impertinence. Razumdar, Captain Odreth, take care of this serf. Looks like I'll have to handle this myself. You face Irene Arana Aldmeri in her full glory.
And see! Let's move on!
Here. Thanks for asking.
Ulfsild, I did it! I have created a sanctuary, a retreat that will endure for eons. I shall call it Ivea. Sheogorath, you bastard! The Folian Discognatum wasn't worth an island. I'll get Ivea back, even if it takes 3 lifetimes! Damn the mad god. Damn Ulfsild. Damn the lot of them! They'll see. They'll all see. Archmage Shalador's name will ring across history!
You didn't come home last night. I waited all night for you. Have you been working this entire time? Shalador, Ivea is lost. You're obsessed. Can you even hear me? I can't do this anymore. You love your spells and scrolls more than you love me. I'm leaving you. Can you hear me now? Goodbye, you stupid old fool.
Ulfi, my love? I swear I just heard you. Where did you go?
The third act always brings me down. Because it means the play is almost over. I'm enjoying this so much I don't want it to end. And the sideshows. Have you enjoyed my little illusionary performances? Very illuminating, I think. Ugh, I won't tell you. I show you. That's the essence of storytelling. Show, don't tell. What do you think this is? Community theatre? Well, it isn't. This is a professional production, and you are the star. I've set the scene. We can just improvise from there. Remember, show, don't tell. Stage left, we have the founder of the Mages Guild, Varnus. Stage right, we have your old friend, Archmage Shalidor. And backstage, we have Velast, your new friend and confidant in the Mages Guild. But what's this? Why, it's King Emmerich and his friends from the Daggerfall Covenant. No doubt he's got kind words to share. Take it away, Your Highness.
For perpetuating the use of magic, we hereby burn you at the stake. Let your corruption be gone from this land, once and for all.
Huh, seems like nobody wants you around. Ha! So, this is the final scene. Save your friends. Then, I'll give you me book.
You twit!
Given up the island for her. She never gave me the chance to decide. My wife.
Sheogorath is so much smarter than I am. I'm like a child before him.
Finally, the last phrase. Little word buggies go crawling around the page. Squirm, 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 little buggies. Books are my only friends. What happens when even books turn on?
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
Oh, wait, that's me. I don't know. Your performance was a bit uninspired at points. And you refused to eat cheese with me. Yes, you did make me laugh. And cry. And kick Malil in the head. I suppose that's all I could ask. Take your book. Just don't eat it all at once. The book will take you back. It knows the way. Just remember, little actor, you still have one book left. And if you thought my play was rough, just think of what's ahead.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
What happened? Where did you go? Oh, I'm almost afraid to ask what happened. I hope this trial wasn't too painful. I'll start translating this book right away. We've got one more trial to go. Nice. There's only one more trial. We'll let you know once we're finished delving through Sheogorath's madness. I was? What happened? The more we deal with him, the more I'm convinced. The mad god is a spoiled child, pulling legs off bugs just to watch them twitch. What else happened? Some kind of commentary about Shalidor's goal, no doubt. He may be a child, but Sheogorath certainly knows how to make a point.
Adept, we need your support once again. Ballast has translated the book you earned in Sheogorath's mad play. Aye, she's ready to summon the portal for you. I'll meet you in the Isles. Just hurry if you please, Adept. I'm worried. You'll find the mistress of Incunabula in the snows of my homeland, at the Guild Hall in Windhelm. Good luck, Adept. It's Ballast. She's been working day and night to understand these books. Sheogorath has a warped and twisted mind, and I worry that this work is taking a toll on her. Honestly, Adept, no. Ballast has a singular mind. As long as those books are cursed such that I can't read them, she's our best and only chance. She's almost as smart as I am. Just don't tell her I said that.
Comrade, a word. Comrade, a message for you. The Guild has need of your unique talents. Merrick Atazwala sent word. He asks you to join him as soon as you can. An investigation has begun in the matter of Guildmaster Iceblade's death. He's called a gathering of the Council of Province Generals at Fort Amul. You should find him at the hall there. No. Just lots of rumors about the council investigation. The old guard thinks Caesar Colors would have had a lot to gain from Yofnir's death. And from what I've heard, she's not at the meeting.
Pardon my tears. I recently lost my wife and... I'm sorry. Can I help you? Ironi and I always believed in the Pact. We came here to build a better life with Argonians and Nords alike. Some of my people blame the Shadow Scales. But what would they gain from her death? We treat everyone the same. It makes no sense. Thank the gods! She's in the mortuary, which they keep locked. But Ironi made those locks, so I have the master key. Here, take it, please. Find out who did this. Don't allow her to become a symbol against the Pact.
Sane sent you, didn't she? Of course she did. Can't let me mourn my brother in peace and quiet when she can send someone to check on me every half hour. Finally looking into my brother's death, eh? I get it. I'm sure you and your vice-canon pals had better things to do than your jobs. Naldin wasn't the brightest star in the sky, but he didn't deserve this. Most of Stormhold. Naldin ran up a lot of debts. He also picked a lot of fights with the lizard skins. If the Shadow Scales didn't get him, it's because someone else moved faster.
Please, I have an urgent message. Gethys Omabar sent me. It's about his wife, Ironi. Gethys saw Ironi alive. He watched her enter their home on the other side of Stormhold. He asked you to meet him there as soon as you can.
Praise Vivek. Halva found you. Whatever's in my home, it isn't my wife. Ironi. My Ironi. She's gone. I know that. But when I saw her enter our home, I had to find out how she'd returned. That's when she stabbed me. If that Argonian hadn't leapt between us, she'd have finished me off. I don't know. But he tried to save my life. They were still fighting when I crawled out the door. They both moved so fast. Please, help him remove that imposter from my home. Don't worry about me. I'll soon see my true Ironi.
Yuli! I'm still here. Thanks for her.
Vice Canon Hrondar is indisposed. He informed me you've been assisting us in our recent troubles. Are you any closer to discovering the killer? Then we can concentrate our efforts elsewhere. Vice Canon Hrondar, then we can concentrate our efforts elsewhere. Many will blame the Shadow Scales regardless, but our concerns are greater now than scapegoats. I fear the true culprit struck again, though I pray I'm incorrect. When I said Vice Canon Hrondar was indisposed, I spoke half the truth. He's missing, and I fear it's the work of our killer. This is why Vice Canon Servina and I request your utmost discretion in recovering Vice Canon Hrondar to us. Listens to water as one of our little fish, our eyes and ears. He signals when he possesses urgent information for the Vice Canons. A short while ago, we received his signal. Be swift and silent as currents in a stream. Speak with Listens to Water on our behalf. Look for the mud huts. Don't ask for him by name, or he'll think you a debt collector. Remain discreet. If Listens to Water found the scent of Vice Canon Hrondar, follow it until its end.
I'll take those.
Shaw's bones, it's good to see you. The Dominion right under our noses. Damned insidious. I have to warn Servina and Hector. Yes, but I've been here less than a day. Some of Stormhold's citizens were here longer, held in the alcoves nearby. I'll distract these Dominion snowbacks. Should buy you time to free the prisoners. Meet me on the surface. Gods, it felt good to bury an axe in their throats. From the prisoners trickling out, I trust you enjoyed yourself as much as I. Did you free them all? I'd be better if the damned ruins beneath my feet weren't infested with Dominion. We've posted guards until reinforcements can wipe them clean. You kept this city from tearing itself apart. Stormhold's in your debt. If the Dominion sent a large force to infiltrate Stormhold, they must have a camp somewhere in Shadowfen. It's time we take the fight to them. Tenma Walk, a Daedric ruin southeast of here. It's big enough to harbor a substantial enemy force, and close enough to trouble Stormhold. Besides, my scouts report signs of activity within. I'll take a regiment to Tenma Walk. Don't want to take any chances. You freed me from the Dominion's clutches before those skin-stealing milk drinkers could kill me and wear my face. Of course I could use your help. Meet my regiment at Tenma Walk. Keep your blades sharp. I'll find a way to turn you loose on the Dominion. Just in time. We've got a mess on our hands. Worse than after a dog eats a cheese wheel. The Dominion ambushed us. I'd be ashamed to call it a rout if I wasn't considering how in oblivion they knew. At least we've learned where they are, even if it's butcher's work to get them out of that place. Our attack was a disaster. The other vice cannons agreed to keep our forces together. Should have known they'd peel off the moment I turned my back. If they weren't keeping Stormhold from tearing itself apart, I'd let them boil in a fish kettle. That's the mess. If they're smart, they retreated to a defensible position. My scouts here spotted a cave in the ruins. Before I return to my regiment and order an assault, I need someone to break through enemy lines and confirm they're alive. The cave's smack in the middle of Tenma Walk. The Dominions locked it tighter than a High Elf's fundament. I'd have to knock a few heads to get past them. We each think the other vice cannons are incompetent. Ha! No, it's politics, plain and simple. The one who stays behind looks out of touch, so off we came to the muck. Politics be damned. Next time we draw straws for staying dry and Stormhold. When the Dominion ambushed us, they made a deliberate effort to split our forces. If Hetamin and Servina have any sense on the battlefield, they'd recognize that and stay together. Why does anyone invade anywhere? Those pristine towers of theirs must get boring. Maybe a good brawl in the mud beats chasing their cousins for kisses. Truth is, I don't care why. I care to get them out.
How did you find us? Unless you're a skin stealer. Keep your hands empty, if you please. But you don't stink of death. You're likely what you seem. What remains for you to share is why you came here. Still with us, is he? That man is luckier than a Khajiit in an abandoned fishery. What does Rondar want? If it's for me to say he was right about sticking together, he can drown himself in a bog. We don't need rescuing. We need Rondar to recognize we're bait in another Dominion trap. Tell him I won't allow such wasteful theatrics on our behalf. If you find Vice Canon Rondar's regiment, you'll find him. Tell him to call off his attack before the Dominion picks him apart. He shouldn't throw away his soldiers for what little remains of our forces. If Vice Canon Rondar sends for reinforcements, he'll gain enough soldiers to clear these Dominion muckworms from the room.
came from underground. We prepared to assault the cave when the soldier beside me stabbed me in the back. When I fell, I saw my own regiment attack itself. Those skin stealers wore our friends' faces to betray us from within. Do you think that they have my face now? I saw them take Ukatse alive. Knocked him out. Dragged him away to that altar like a piece of meat. Don't let them steal his face. Heal me!
Quick! Untie me before she returns. That crazy elf! She tried to cut my chest, but I kicked her off the altar. Said she'd be back with a duller knife so it would last longer. Wait, I smell her. Cut me loose. Don't let her steal my face. Thank you, friend.
Stay away from my new
Meet me in
face.
that
That one put up a fight, didn't they?
What madness. Soldiers died thinking our own ranks betrayed us. I'd like to feed those skin stealers to a Wamasu at the flux. I saw Vice Canon Rondar's guard lead him away before the attack. If his guard was skin stealers, he's in grave danger. I'm not just the best-looking scout in Shadowfen. I'm also the best tracker. I can pick up Vice Canon Rondar's scent and lead us right to him. I'll need someone to watch my back while I follow my nose. We should work in pairs with skin stealers about, yes? I heard a pine thrush call, but those birds aren't native to Black Marsh. Then I saw my friend raise her mace and bring it down on my helmet. But now I know their smell. Sweet with decay, like swamp water. A lingering taste of burnt leaves. I'm not just the best-looking scout, then I'll shadow you. Vice Cannon. Oh no. We'll find who did this. Did you find any sign of who did this to him? Something's wrong. He smells very dead. If the Vice Canon was dead this whole time, was it a skin stealer who launched the attack on the cave? Or before that, when we lost the other Vice Cannons? Vice Canon Rondar always smelled of mead. I didn't. I should have. Zuth! What secrets do the Dominion already know? You're right. They'll know what to do. They have to. Despite his rough manner, Vice Canon Rondar was a hero to many in Stormhold. When this is all over, you'll have a fitting burial. This impostor must be found before he can fool anyone else. But I think I know where he's hiding. Vice Canon Rondar ordered us to stay away from a nearby hill. If it was his skin stealer, he must have held us back for a reason. I bet he's hiding below the hill's surface. A doorway, maybe.
Get back, you fetcher! From the side! Look out! Blood! Now! Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homagers.
Come to me, mortal. This is the way in. Curious. You dabble in their spells and break into their outpost. Oh, how he misjudged you. How grand. Yes, you marvelous fool. I allowed them to pull me from oblivion, bind my essence, and siphon my power because I'm secretly behind their shabby little plans. Oh, but you don't know about those, do you? You've heard of Ruvatar, the celebrated Dominion alchemist. It's all his doing, you know. I'll tell you his plans for your impending doom. For a small favor, of course. You must find the pair of altars binding me, further inside the complex. Do so, and I pledge to share the Dominion's plans and direct you to their most prized possession. Also, I pledge not to violate your corpse on your burial day. A true bargain. Within each altar you'll find simple foci. A mortal's touch destroys them and removes my bonds. Then all I offer is yours.
What are you doing? Hide before the Dominion spots you. You fight the Dominion. You haven't tried to cut off my head yet. You aren't here to worship Daedra, then. So what in oblivion are you doing in a Daedric temple overrun by Dominion skin stealers? Fair point, fair point. All right, I won't deny it. Friends and I came looking for Daedric tidbits to sell to mages. Then those Dominion soldiers came. They were thick on the ground until today. I was about to make a break for it when I saw you. Caught, one by one. I'm the only one alive. Well, alive and wearing my own skin. Hey, let's help each other escape. You draw their attention and I'll slip past them. What do you say? You, what now? Look, some Dominion mogul came through here a while back. Ruvatar, they called him. He's the one who bound Dramora and forced her to steal faces off the dead. You want to stop him? You must have been the only egg in your clutch. Smart idea, dealing with Daedra. Before the Dominion came, she promised my friend the night of his life for a drop of his blood. I guess being flayed alive counts as the night of his life. She wore his scales like a robe. Seems trustworthy, yes? Maybe. I spent many cramped nights listening to Ruvatar, the High Elf in charge of this place. I'm sure I could piece it together. But my friends don't... It's quite literally your skin to risk.
faithful servant you are. So many to disembowel for their intransigence. I'm practically shivering with anticipation. For you, anything. Beyond the sealed door is the vault, and inside is the creature who wears your Vice Cannon's face. His master Ruvitar took the Namek egg away. A shame, truly. But I'll tell you how to cripple the skin stealers in the vault. Their key is sap of the Hist, boiled in vats. Fused with my essence, the sap is how the skin stealers steal the memories of their victims. No more sap, no more skin stealers. For my essence makes the sap flammable. So burn them. Burn them all. Yet I have no patience. Burn the vats, little plaything. Please me with your actions, and I'll please you with your life. Oh, but don't fret. I honor my pledges. I even have a present to build your anticipation. Why, a glimpse of your enemy, Ruvitar and his prize. A moment, my mortal trifle. Come close. I have one last secret to whisper in your ear. You're far too delightful for the horrible death awaiting you. After all, we've grown. You're far... You're far too delightful for the horror. You're far too...
Anyone could be a skin. Never find it.
Nah, I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
Follow me. The exit is this way. What to do with you? What to do? Far too entertaining to slaughter, yet I can't let another Daedra get their hooks inside you. Besides, I assure you mine are the rustiest. Positively maddening you are. If I end you now, we'll be together forever. Oh, it thinks it can defeat me. You have no sense of your own futility, do you? Much as I desire, I can't steal a walking tragedy from this realm. Go look for Ruvitar and the Namek egg, As though your actions matter. Somewhere beyond these ruins, I'm sure. This portal will take you from this place, I promise. And that is the last promise to you I will keep.
Ukatse informed us you had entered the ruins to pursue Vice Canon Rondar's imposter. Whatever you did in the ruins caused a lot of panic amongst the Dominion. We chose our moment and pushed out of the cave. Vice Canon Hatamine was wounded in the process, but she'll survive. Yes, but Vice Canon Rondar's death weighs heavily on Hatamine. She says she should have known. Poor thing. We were all fooled. But enough of our troubles. Did you stop his imposter? Once she's recovered, Vice Canon Hatamine will no doubt celebrate your accomplishment. But this artifact you mentioned, the Nemic Egg, do you know anything of its whereabouts? A Dominion general, perhaps, whoever he is, will stop his march through Shadowfen. I'll appoint Ukatse to lead the scouts in our search for Ruvatar. I swear to you, he'll account for the Dominion's terror. This Nemic Egg is unknown to me. If it originated in Shadowfen, perhaps an Argonian would know more. I had someone else in mind. Argonian keepers know the history and legends of their lands. I'm positive one of the keepers at the hatching pools could tell us of the Nemic Egg. Vice Canon Hatamine and I must rally the remnants of Stormhold's forces to the hatching pools. If the Skin Stealers took Vice Canon Rondar, they'll know what he knew. Rendezvous with our forces at the hatching pools. We must learn what the Dominion plans for the Nemic Egg.
Hope we find something interesting.
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemic Egg's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
Assistant, you know better than to... Yes, I think I see. What brings you to me, Assistant? The Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We continue to prepare for the hatching. They haven't stopped us from that yet. As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. But endangering yourself on our behalf isn't something I can ask. Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of First Light and Setting Sun. As you walk amongst the Dominion, listen with care. We must know if they mean us harm. And look for Assistant Talixith. If she still lives, inform her I'll need her assistance.
You come to stop the Dominion soldier who devours my kin? Keeper Uzithay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I'm sworn to the shell, I will not allow him to harm another. What good is the hatching ritual if these despicable fools eat our young? Tell me what platitudes would Keeper Uzithay say to that? This dry skin must be stopped for good. I wasn't thinking of the others. Your words humble me. I'll return to Keeper Uzithay shortly. He'll know how to stop this madness. I'm sure of it.
They're almost like the spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
What part of no survivors don't you understand, Private? These savages are the enemy. Once they complete the ritual, they die like the rest. If you're so keen to argue, talk to the alchemist. It's his order.
Sir, Yes, sir.
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. Tell me, what have you learned of the Dominion's plans? There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done with this place. Something soon begin. Then there is hope. As the hatchings. Would you stand with us, despite the danger? Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they? No, this cannot be. What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all! The Hist. Our link is gone. I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion waited, to see if the hatching would fail. Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. You saw what it did to Arte. The same will happen to our unhatched eggs. I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. It must be done. Save the unhatched eggs. Keep the eggs from the void. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void. Sithis, exchange my life for the void.
We must save the eggs.
I guess this is a fight now. I think I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
The mist. It's killing the eggs.
He's gone. He died for the eggs. Did it work? Are they safe? Some, you say? They murdered our hatchlings, our children. Why? But you saved some. That is, it's a good thing. It must be a good thing. We must restore our link to the Hist. Without it, the hatching pools will never see our young rise from its cool waters. The Dominion can only cause such a thing with a powerful artifact. Then the danger is graver than I thought. The Nemec egg bears the memories of the Hist. Severing our link is the least they could do with it. Come, we must leave this place. Vice Cannon.
What happened? If Assistant Talixis is with you, where are the others? Then we're too late. Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hismir where they'll be safe. You handle yourself admirably against such odds. The Dominion would have killed half a generation of Argonians without your help. What of the Nemec egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it? Then we know why Rúvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Nemec egg to their homeland, they prevent every Argonian hatching ritual from afar. I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Hatamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Aliad ruin called Loriacel. Hurry there and tell her what you know. If you'll excuse me, I have vermin to clear from the hatching pools.
Vice Canon Hatamine asked us to watch the southerly approach. The Dominion seemed determined to get to Loriacel, no matter the cost. The Vice Canon took it upon herself to find out why. Vice Canon Hatamine's contingent left to investigate the Dominion presence in Loriacel. A short time ago, Lamia boiled out of the ruins. How can I assist the hero of Tenmar Walk? Then you must inform Vice Canon Haytamine immediately. She left for the ruins above to scout the aftermath of a battle between Dominion and Lamias. Go quickly and quietly.
The Dominion stirred up the Lamias nesting within Loria's cell. Keep your voice low. I understand they're quite sensitive to sound. You were the one ray of sunlight to shine upon Tenmore Walk. Come brighten my day. I'd smile wider than a slaughterfish at your success, but I suspect Ruvitar's plans involve using the Nemic egg for an unspeakable horror. Go on, then. Speak it. That's all? Then we must stop him, and quickly. Search the remains of this camp for any indication of Ruvitar's whereabouts. I'll rally the soldiers and prepare to assault the ruins. Be swift. More Lamias could boil from the ruins at any moment.
Over here.
I miss roasting pupil scribs over a fire. So sweet and airy, with a hint of crunch.
Have you seen Vice Canon Haytamine? Our scouts spotted the Dominion's main force. The Dominion retreated into the ruins after the Lamias tore them apart. If we strike while they're bloody, we can pay them back for Tenmar Walk. Then we must learn where the crocodile rests its head, so we can crush it in one blow. I shouldn't ask, but after Tenmar Walk, I must. If we knew Ruvitar's movements, we could end this abruptly. Would you do us the honor of finding the crocodile?
Hope we find something interesting. I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Kind stranger, Kazdi begs you, release her before hungry snake ladies return. No, they've left Kazdi to die. Curse brute Vitar. Brute Vitar sealed us out. Kazdi's fellows all dead, killed by dirty snake ladies. No doubt this Pact soldier kills poor Kazdi now. This swamp, I hate it! Endless woe! Poor Kazdi. Questions? Not blades? Yes. Merciful Pact soldier takes pity on Kazdi. Ruvitar took his big glowing egg behind that door and sealed it up. He's like a spider wearing a sash. Treat with respect, salute often. But Kazdi knows, still a spider. No, a high elf. But he does awful things to swamp lizards through their special trees. Poisons them like a spider's bite, see? Ruvitar uses his big, glowing egg to destroy swamp lizards. Behind the door, like a clawless coward. Open sealed door, squash Ruvitar flat, wash foot. Kazdi can help open the seal. Ruvitar bragged of defenses so often, Kazdi knows them like her own whiskers. Kazdi can show you how Ruvitar sealed the door. He blamed Dominion soldiers for not finding keystones to seal the ruin, but refused to let us search. Too much time poking swamp lizards in the chest with his knives. Coward. Ah! Pact soldier is clever indeed. Then this will be so very simple, yes? Come. Simple. Kazdi wishes to stop the clawless high elf who kills swamp lizard babies and leaves Dominion soldiers to die. And see elsewhere again, maybe. If Kazdi shows you how to remove seal on door, you, Splatter. Lead on. Ruvitar drew power from 3 Aliad crystals to seal the door. If you activate the crystal, the first one is near this. Now your keystone removes the rest of the barrier. See where it fits?
Dear Nuli Malam said I'd find you inside, but reported nothing of your Dominion prisoner. I knew to expect you, but not one of Ruvitar's soldiers. I take it she's your prisoner? You've interrogated her, yes? You'll forgive me for not thanking one of Vice Canon Rondar's murderers for turning her coat. But the Khajiit is your prisoner. What would you do with her? You wish her execution? I admit the thought pleases me, but vengeance... Then as a duly appointed Vice Canon, I authorize summary judgment upon a spy within our borders. Guard, prepare the Khajiit for execution. Once this business is finished, I'll join you in the Inner Bailey. Ruvitar will suffer a crueler fate. Wait. Should only one of us walk from these ruins, you must allow me to thank you on behalf of Shadowfen citizens. Sithis guide your... I must be sentimental in my old age. All this death weighs upon me like a second set of scales. If you have the chance to capture him...
You'll make a fine test subject.
We should feed Ruvitar to Wamasu, but for now, let's recover the Nemik egg. Zuth! What has that monster done to the Nemik egg? I'm almost afraid to touch the Nemik egg. Are we too late? You can't hear the noise? Piercing like flesh flies roosting in your ears? And the smell, like moss and ailid hide set aflame. But we must remove it from these ruins before the Dominion returns. Did Ruvitar remove your hands then? A joke, my friend. None shall touch the Nemic egg until I'm certain this isn't some kind of Dominion trap. Please, stand back. This will require all my concentration. Stay vigilant, yes? I can hear the Nemic egg. Such rage.
Vice Cannon? Is everything all right? The Nemic egg holds her in some form of trance. We must wake her. What happened to the Vice Cannon? No doubt Ruvitar's doing. May his corpse dry to a husk. We must wake the Vice Cannon before the Nemic egg tears her mind apart.
Wondrous. You touch the Nemic egg, yes? Then our minds join within the Hist itself. Hmm? Oh, I'm more concerned with the state of the Hist than our safety. Don't you see? If we heal the damage to the Hist from within, perhaps the Nemic egg will recover from Ruvitar's blasphemies. I suspect we find and remove whatever afflicts the Hist. I'm embarrassed to say I have no idea how. Before your arrival, I found myself racked with pain. Now all is calm. The Hist's subtle way of it, they don't appear to be part of the Hist. Perhaps a vestige of Ruvitar's experiments. If so, we should remove them, yes? Possibly. Something here, but I can't put my claw on it. No matter. It seems so real, doesn't it? You think we weren't in a dream.
Butchered. Their blood poisons the ground. The work of those who serve, or those who forget their place. We'll rend the swamps barren before they tear our roots from the earth. We feel our brother's rage, but do not understand. He says the Dark Elf Vice Cannon tried to destroy the eggs at the hatching pools. What does this mean? The Dark Elf Vice Cannon returns to the old ways, when egg clutches hatched as slaves. She destroyed a hatching to remind the Hist of her power. If our brother speaks lies, we must feed him to the mire. Which is the truth of it, Fleshwalker? Then we leave our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker. We heard the wails, felt the trembling of roots. But what our brother says of the Fleshwalkers, it cannot be. Our brother's fear spreads through the roots. He claims the Fleshwalkers boil our blood in vats of iron, all at a Daedra's command. Where is the truth in that? Then we leave our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker.
Our thoughts turn against us. Who else would have the will but the Fleshwalkers? Is it time for the Song of Sithis to bring the void? Shall they taste fear, and then nothing? Our brother's thoughts roil like thunderheads, yet we do not understand. He says the vice cannons shed their skins like water snakes to hide their intentions. Where is the truth in that? Then we leave our brother with the truth, Fleshwalker.
What's happening? Everything fades away.
Small one, leave the rot memory. Come to us and speak. Fleshwalkers rarely visit our dreams, small one. The whorls of your thoughts bring warmth to our own. Soon we awaken, to nourish ourselves back to health. You must leave, or be dashed against our dreams. When you quickened our dream, we knew her great purpose and sent her beyond the dream. But you, we could not send you just yet. You healed the wounds inflicted by the Fleshwalker Ruvitar, small one. The Hist shall dream of you always. In seasons to come, we'll grow and blossom. Our roots will mingle with the withered roots of our brothers. They will heal as we do. You've made our future whole. Go now, and be blessed.
I can't wait to take a load off at the inn.
Alive and kicking, I see. As for me, I feel a decade younger. Can you see the healthy shimmer to my scales? You no doubt have questions. Please, ask. It's the least I can do after your help. After my soldiers retrieved us from the ruins, I was asked to bring the Nemic egg to the Pact. Hence the ship. It soon departs Shadowfen for Skyrim. Zuth, does your head hurt? Oh, mine feels like an overused drum. Did you feel the Hist slip inside your mind? Such strangeness within my head. Thoughts I didn't think myself. Listen to me, going on like I'm freshly hatched, and they call me a hero of the Pact. That's the plan. The meeting will take place in Skyrim instead of Mournhold. The Nord ruler has his own artifact to contribute to the moot. Time to set sail for the land of ice and snow. Of course, your presence is requested. That's what happens when you attract fame and fortune. Unless you plan to run across the sea, I suggest you find the boatmaster.